What's up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dre Media's The Caucus Challenge Unfinished Business, episode 4 recap. And tonight we have a bunch of our guests here ready to explain all the drama, all the behind the scenes that's been going down this season. And I think last night's episode was really spicy, and the game is starting to, show everybody's colors. So let's introduce everybody before we get into the episode. We have Rachel back tonight. How are you, Rachel?
I am fantastic. I'm ready to dive in. That episode was a lot, and there's so much to talk about, and I'm so ready.
Yes, yes, yes. We have Imir Black Boy Joy himself. How are you, Imir?
Chilling. I'm good. What's up, y'all?
We have rookie Xavier the Princess. What's up?
Hey y'all. Hey.
How are you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm buzzing like my motherfucking cousin.
And for the first time joining us tonight, we have Ashley. Welcome to the Ashley Show,
Hello.
Ashley. What's up?
Hey.
How are you?
I'm great. How are y'all?
We're
Man,
doing good. We're
good.
ready
It's
to go.
awesome to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to have you. So let's get right into this episode. We start off with a medical DQ. Tori is having migraine issues. He decides he's going to pull himself from the game. And with that being said, we brought back Clay and Koa to battle it out one last chance to get into the game. Some people were happy, some people weren't. So I want to go through what you guys were feeling in this first 10 minutes of the episode, that getting told that they're going to have another chance, Clay getting back into the game, Koa officially leaving. What was going through your mind at that point? And we'll start with Ashley.
I mean, it's obvious. It's no secret. Like, of course, I actually deal with migraines myself, so I actually was really sad for Tori because they suck and it is horrible. I completely understood. Like, there's no continuing with that. That said, I of course was extremely happy and excited that Clay was going to have an opportunity to come back in. And then, of course, just was praying and hoping, like, you can do this. Like, obviously, you didn't do it the first time, but you can do this the second time. It was kind of going to be more on speed the second time since it was just the first to four. So you just had to hurry and get it done. So, of course, I was over the moon excited that hopefully we were going to get to play together.
So before I move on from you, Ashley, a lot of people were like wondering, like, did you know if Clay was coming into the game? I know you said you suspected it, but what was that like? Like, did you know he was playing and what was going on?
No, like I of course didn't know I had a suspicion, just I don't know, like he was adamant that I play this season. I kind of had a suspicion, but of course, no, like I did not know exactly how things were going to go, what was supposed to happen, if he was going to come in. So then when he ended up running out the first time and then didn't get in, it was kind of like, well, shit. I mean, yes, I came here to play for myself, but I ultimately also came here to be a part of a world that he's talked about for so long and has explained to me and tried his best to explain to me. And you just don't get it until you've been a part of it. You don't get it at all. And so when he didn't get in, I was just I mean, I was bummed. I was like, well, crap. Like, again, yes, I'm here for myself, but I kind of was here hoping, especially when he ran out, it was like, oh no, we're here to play together. Like, we are here to play together. So then when he didn't get in, I was just like, well, shit. All right, loser.
Well, now he's in, and we see you, like, you both are super happy, ready to play together, and I'm looking forward to seeing that dynamic. I know it's gonna light a fire under you.
Hmm.
But Rachel, what was your reaction? I know you're really close with Koa, so what were you thinking when all this was going down?
From a player perspective, honestly, I was like, oh, there's more people I have to beat. Like, it's not just like an elimination. Like, there's still like 30 of us here. Like, we got a few days left, and now we're bringing more people back. Like, that's how I felt from a game standpoint. But from a like personal standpoint, obviously, Koa's one of the reasons why I even decided to play. And Clay is somebody that I really got to know kind of when he was on production and just like hanging out. So I was happy that one of them was going to be able to come back, because I felt like I would have had an ally coming back regardless. So that's good for me from a game standpoint. But yeah, I was really happy, and I'm told Koa this the other day. Like, I'm really proud that he was able to come do that, like lose by few steps after like passing out, getting back up. Like, yeah, it was a really good thing for them both to get another chance.
Amir, what were you feeling? Like, I know you and Clay have had a bumpy past. You guys got into it in the episode before. What was going through your mind when he got this other chance and now he's in the game? Like, where do you go from this point?
Yeah, I mean, he just got finished like screaming at me and yelling at me for no reason. So I was like, damn, like I don't want him back in the game. Like he just like, I remember the moment like he lost. And I think Ashley had explained it to me, and I could kind of get the sense that like he was just upset that he lost, like from the thing, like, and he just is a sore loser. He'll tell you that he's a sore loser, but he just like started screaming at me like for out of nowhere. So of course I didn't want him to come back into the game. I already had like trust issues. I already have trust issues with Clay from jump, so I was kind of in a way like rooting for Noah anyway. But like when he came back in, like I was really like pissed off by that, because I was like, damn, this is another. I already have so many barriers in front of me. It's another barrier. Somebody with so much pull and power. It'd be one thing if it was like somebody else, but Clay is like I think you could argue Clay to be like on a Mount Rushmore in the future for like this TCC for the Caucus Challenge with like what he's accomplished. So I was like, damn, like I don't want, and then he's against me at the same time. I was like, damn, I don't want him back in this game. But then also at the same time, I was kind of relieved because all of that drama with Noah just happened, and then like with Lachey and all that stuff had happened. That was like afterwards, right? Yeah, wasn't that like before all that drama and that screaming? I was like, so I think from a strategic standpoint, I may have wanted Koa back in the game, but like I was scared but like content with Clay coming back in, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Xavier, you and Clay go way back to TLWL days, and you've known him for a long time. What was it like seeing him enter the game, and do you think that's an asset for you moving forward? Like, do you think it's beneficial?
When I saw Clay, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was happy. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, oh my god, another TLWL person that I know for years. Maybe he could like help me out in my game. So why not? Like, yeah, I was happy, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, if I have to compete with Clay, I'm going out the window right away. Like I don't know if it's like on a physical elimination or something like that, but I feel like I could get my way through too.
Okay, so Clay's officially in the game. So now we have Nadia and Clay both in the game, and it's told to there's a segment of a scene of Andre and Nadia talking, and she's giving him advice about a rookie, and she's basically just saying, as a rookie, you're gonna have a target on your back regardless of what you do. So sometimes you just have to roll with the punches and play to the vets and socialize and be good to the vets. I want to hear from the rookie's perspective what you guys thought about that conversation and that comment. And then Amir, I would like to hear, do you agree with Nadia and or what your thoughts are on that whole scene? So we'll start with Rachel.
Yeah, I kind of touched on this on the recap yesterday, but I definitely stand by what I think. I think Nadia is a very respectable player and person. She definitely is somebody who carries a lot of wisdom about life and about like being a competitor and being a rookie winner. I think that she's somebody who has a lot of credibility and is somebody that I would go up and talk to and be like, hey, how can I improve? So I think Andre definitely had the right idea by doing that. I don't think he did it in a way to be like, oh, like I'm going to just pull her aside and just like be shady or anything. I really think he genuinely wanted to know what he could do to be better, because Nadia was around the rookies kind of before she entered the game, trying to give us pep talks, trying to tell us like, this is how you should go about it. So I think it was like a little check-in. So I definitely think that it was a good idea. And I probably would have done the same if I wasn't so exhausted and all that.
Ashley, what are your thoughts about that conversation? Do you agree with where like rookies should come in and kind of, appease to the vets and lay low?
That one was, that's a little difficult for me. One, I feel like I'm so new to this that I'm like I'm legit way too new to this. So I really didn't have an opinion either way. I mean, definitely lay low. Like, there's no reason to come in hot and immediately create a target for yourself. That's, just my experience from just watching shows. But coming into this and not ever really playing anything like this before, um, I really just kind of, I didn't have a stand on rookie strong or vet strong either way. Um, I mean, I definitely wasn't going to come in and ruffle feathers, though. So, I mean, in a sense, yes, lay low, but I don't know that that's for me. I don't know that I looked at it as specific to lay low just because you're a rookie. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like that. I'm probably laying low either way. Like, I'm not trying to fight. I said that in the beginning. I'm not trying to fight a bitch for no reason. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to fight. So,
gotcha. So Xavier, what are your thoughts coming in as a rookie? Do you think playing with the vets is smart and like listen to what Nadia said, or do you think come in, play your game, and if you're a rookie regardless, so do what you want to do?
I feel like for a rookie, for rookies, I feel like we should just come in doing our own thing because they still gonna comfort us at the end of the day. Like Cam said on season 18, I think, when he was like, "I don't want any of the vets to go in." Or the same thing happened this season. This happened this season, so it's like I knew I had to lay low, keep quiet, try to be because I know it was gonna come from me somehow. But bitch, yeah.
Amir, as a vet now, you got the rookie treatment hard on your rookie season. What has changed, and do you think what would you say to these three rookies and future rookies? Like, how do you feel about it, and do you think it's a real thing?
Yeah, no. So in my experience, like watching from a rookie perspective, obviously it's going to seem like, oh, like this is lame. But after being like 3 seasons into this, I really do understand the strategy. As far as like from an easy perspective, like it's easier from a vet perspective to just like move forward that way because it's like, damn, why ruffle feathers with these people? If I were what I've seen on the show, like the actual show, what was her name? Emmy? I think her name was Emmy. Right? Wasn't she the rookie that season? She was like the girl with the alien shirt that season she made in with, right? Didn't she make it really far because she got in really well with the vets and she like made good friends with CT and like and I think that's why Xavier here like had some longevity because he like got in really well with the vets. So I think no matter what, I think that rookies are always going to be targeted. That's always going to be the first conversation that people have, unless you have a pre-existing relationship like Clay and Ashley. And I completely understand everything that happened there because I would damn sure defend my sister and down the hill the same way that he did and vice versa, or anybody in my family. So I understand that. But like, unless you have like some sort of really strong pre-existing relationship, and I think even like it has to be like a blood type thing because Rachel and Noah, that shit ain't work. Like Rachel was still targeted. It got to be like a blood kind of relationship. Like you should really try your best again with the veterans. I'm not saying kiss ass, but like at the end of the day, it's a game. So maybe kiss a little ass. I don't know. Like do whatever you think is best for you to like make it through. But I think like going rookie strong, I don't think really will work. You have to be like really, 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 really like strong in that alliance. I think the best thing, my advice would be, and what I wish I did in 17 was to really try my best to get in with the vets as much as possible.
And people keep saying that I was like under Zay or whatever, but it was a both thing. Like I was hoping Zay was hoping me. It was not like I was just.
And I don't perceive that. I heard about that today. Like I don't perceive that way. I think that from what I remember, you guys like that relationship like grew over the course of the season. It didn't start that like it didn't like that's not what happened from my perspective. I think that you were making really good game moves, right? Like you made it a lot like for your rookie season. I think you kicked ass and you just played the game well. It's just easy for people to like bring that up because that's what happened.
Yeah,
you were a good player.
I got called laid out today or laid up or whatever the case is.
I think you were a good player in my opinion. I think you.
But Amir, I'm kind of mad at you actually speaking about this because first of all.
Coper said the rookie vet dynamic is stronger than any pre-existing relationship, and I learned that during season 18.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good to know going into the next. Like, damn. Because that's the other thing is I don't want to be fake and kiss ass, but like, that's just not me.
But no. But back to this. Sorry. But I'm here. No. You really got me fucked up though because how like
I can't take you seriously. I'm sorry, guys. because we were cool. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. We were cool, and then you didn't even like fight to help, like to keep me in. Like, and you came up to me way before that. We spoke about it. We was like, oh, if you help me, I help you. This and that.
Wait. We'll get there. We'll get there. That's coming up. That's coming up.
I say we didn't know each other like that.
I will say though, on the rookie versus vet, and not even versus, but just I'm gonna just throw it out there. Figuring it out. I really did not participate in a lot of even knowing who was coming into this season prior to the season. Like, that is how, I don't know, I'm just going to keep saying the word, like, newbie I am at this. It took me all of day one, literally, to even figure out who is who. And
me
so
too. Me too.
And so I'm like, hold on, wait, like, is that a rookie? Is that a vet? Like, I don't really know.
I was mixing Cole with the rookies the whole time. I swear, Cole was like a rookie to me, and I didn't know
literally. And like, I'm just now going back and watching like some other seasons for the first time ever, which is terrible because yes, Clay's done this, and I've never watched a whole season. I've watched like clips here and there, and so I literally had no idea what I was getting into, which is probably better. Had I watched a season, I would have said, fuck this. I'm not doing this. Like, there would have been no convincing me to go to this. So it's probably better that I did not watch a season, but I literally, I think it took me, I'm giving myself extra by saying day one. I think it took me longer than that to really start getting a game plan of like, oh yeah, okay, this person's this and this. I didn't even know everybody by the time day one was over. So,
no, that's a good point. Yeah, because I remember even I was like, I thought Xavier was on a previous. I just one of those early backyard scenes because I seen him on TLWL. I was like, I know I've seen his face before, so he's a rookie.
And that's why I'm like, you came up to me, you was like, yeah, we I seen you on TLWL, this and that, like, so I'm like, oh my god, Mir, so you're cool, you're cool.
I didn't realize. Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
He said.
So we move on to the daily. You guys are playing the DMP special, and it's 3 Dre Media classics that we've seen over the years: Baby Buckets, the Color Grid, and Oh Snap. Let's talk about the daily and the breakdown and everybody's specific parts. So the first part was Baby Buckets. Mir and Xavier, you both did Baby Buckets. What was that like experiencing that competition? If you've watched older seasons, is this like a comp you've wanted to play, etc.? We'll start with rookie Xavier.
So you're talking about the challenge that we was eating that baby food and you had to like the bond bucket.
Yeah.
So first of all, let's bring it back to the first episode when I got blamed for the Bryce situation. Like when they was dropping the ball, I keep getting blamed for these challenges. Like honestly, I love Jordan too hard, but Jordan was literally keeping us behind, throwing the ball too. Like she was one of the person that was actually like putting us back. By the time Jordan finished doing her thing, everybody else like moved on to another different challenge. So it's like, yeah, putting all this pressure on me, and I'm like, oh, Xavier is flopped the challenge, this and that. What happened to Jordan? Jordan was just doing the same thing. And I'm like, I say it again, I love Jordan because she was cheering me on and everything, but it was like a team thing. Don't always come for me. Like, no, that's not what's gonna happen. Because I ate those baby food real quick. And then all that pressure afterwards, it was crazy. It was like everybody's like, "Go, you got this, you got this." Like no, like it's hard.
Mir, what happened with Baby Buckets for you?
I just remember always wanting to do an eating challenge, and I had never been able to do. What pissed me off the last couple seasons was like I either got out early, right, that first time, or got out right before you guys did something that was like eating or something I really wanted to do. So I was really excited. Remember being really excited to do it. The only part that I couldn't get was like the tossing of the ball. Like that part was pissing me off. Like the baby food was easy and it didn't even taste like anything. Like that's what made me realize that eating challenges are like mental. Like if you look at something you think is gross, you're going to taste it gross, right? But like what I saw was like it was just baby food. So that part I think that was probably one of the more fun challenges for me, and especially like winning it. The only part that I couldn't get down that I'm glad you guys didn't show, like just where the edit saved me, was me missing like a billion times. Because I missed like 100. It was like probably the 99th time I got it. Yeah.
Rachel and
Yeah,
Ashley, you guys
yeah,
did.
sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Were you done?
No, I was saying I remember Culper having to like coach me through like how to toss the ball because I didn't know how to toss a ball. But go ahead. Yeah.
So Ashley and Rachel, you guys did the O snap portion, and you guys seem to do really well. I remember filming it; it didn't really take that long. What was the strategy? Looking back at it, do you remember anything about that challenge? Did you enjoy the challenge, etc.? And Rachel, you could go first.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not an eater. I will not be eating, and I cannot do memory. So here I am doing oh snap. And honestly, my strategy was great because I shoved that spaghetti as far down mine and Nate's throats as possible because that's how you get it sturdy. And then there was only a little bit of spaghetti on each side, and the can was in the middle. And then yeah, we just held each other, just went down, and we only snapped it like once, I think. But that was my strategy, my little weird hack in my brain. I was like, oh, that's less like air resistance. So let's just shove the spaghetti down, I guess. But yeah, we had a lead going into the colors. So I was really happy with our team doing that. But obviously, we didn't win.
Yeah. Ashley, you and Culp were killing it. So what was it like working with Culp and this challenge in general? And
yeah,
you guys
so that was the first time that Culp and I had really worked together, which was great. Like I immediately knew like, oh, okay, we can work together. And I think that was for me, that was the first time that I really had like not a connection with someone, but like an actual like connection game wise, as far as like I had hit it off just I don't know, friendship wise with some people, but that was the first time in the game that I went, ooh, all right, we worked really well together, and we didn't really have like a major strategy aside from making sure that our steps were in sync together. So you can't really see it very much, but like my hands, I'm pretty sure both of our hands were on each other's like shoulders to just completely, and he may have been like humming or doing something for each step. I don't remember completely, but it was definitely about like making sure our steps stayed together and we were low, because I remember after that going, holy crap, my thighs are on fire just from doing that. It was embarrassing a little bit because I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is why these people train for this, but I don't. So here we are.
So watching the third part of the daily, which none of you guys did, was color grid. What was watching it back? Do you guys think like, damn, I should have done that instead, or was watching it back? Was there any other portion of the challenge that you wish you did? And for those who don't know, color grid was they had to memorize a bunch of squares and the color pattern and race up and down a hill, trying to create the pattern at the bottom of the hill as well. So watching that portion, do you guys think that was the hardest part? Do you guys wish you did that? What were your thoughts on watching your teammates do it?
I think I could do it. Oh, go ahead.
I was not gonna lie. I feel like I could have done that. It's easy. It's color. Like I only memorize that. Like take a picture in your head, little bit quick, run, and you got that.
I just think that I psych myself out too much, and I think like I would switch the colors on my way back. That's just not my strength, so that's why I knew. But I was really confident with Jared being on our team. Like I had a strong feeling we would win because I knew Jared was like good at that, especially seeing him in that first elimination. So I knew everybody on our team was strong, but like I was super reassured seeing Jared and Jerica do that, and I already knew they were going to do the puzzle part before we started.
Okay.
Yeah, watching it back, I'll just go with you because we were on the same team here. Watching it back, I knew and it just confirmed for me, which obviously our team won, so clearly it was confirmation as well. But watching it back, like every person was in the right position for our team. Like we all did very well at what we what roles we took on. And so I definitely, and yeah, Jared and Jerica killed it on the puzzle part. And and it just kind of confirmed that yeah, we were definitely all in our right spots. That said, watching it back, I kind of went, all right, so that's what they did down there, because I never saw it. So
yeah, no, I said the same thing. And like I said, like I'm not memory, I'm not eating. So I think I was in the right spot. But I mean, I'm good at taking information that's relayed to me. So maybe I would have been able to put the blocks to match when Brady would, or whoever on my team, Brady or Andre, was like saying where to go. But I mean, like I said, we were very close. So I think like you said, Ashley, like I think our team was also everyone in the right spots. It was just a matter of times and messing up like one block type of thing that could have costed us the win.
So we end up seeing that Imir and Ashley's team win. So you guys are now in the unit. Congratulations. I think it's both of your first daily win. And it's 6 of you in this unit. And what I don't think the viewers know is it was a speed round. So there was no deliberating. There was no, like, you still have the same amount of time downstairs and all that, but like you guys couldn't communicate with the other players, and you just had to make a decision going into it as a group of 6. Walking into that unit, where was your head at? I know, Amir, you spoke a little bit about it, and you said how you were looking to, potentially go after Clay, but Ashley's here, so you're going to have to pivot. And Ashley, you immediately knew going in, like, I'm going to shut anything down that has to do with Clay. So what was the mindset going in and watching it back? Like, how did everything really play out? And did you guys feel like you accomplished what you wanted in that unit? And we'll start with Ashley.
Yeah, so I knew 100% that I really probably should not go in and say, hey, can we please save my brother? I knew that was probably going to kind of start like a downward spiral of just, oh, well, I want to save this person. I want to save that person. It obviously was a risk I was willing to take. And so, but I also knew if I'm going to speak up and say it, just speak up and say it first, so that if anybody agrees, then at least he's in, we're good. And on one hand, I didn't feel like I needed to protect him because I felt like he's in, like he can handle his own. And I felt very confident in that. And so part of me wanted to just sit back and say, nope, like just let whatever's going to happen. But I guess that's just the big sister in me going, yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. And so I went that route. I don't regret it, but it did complicate things. Definitely complicated things with just doing like the whole schoolyard pick of, well, who's going to be my team? Who's going to be my team? So I don't know. I don't know that it was I don't regret the move, so I guess it was the right move for me, but ultimately that was my only goal in there. And then everything else was just going to kind of be whatever happens, because I hadn't really, I hadn't really learned everybody's names yet. So, so there was that.
Imir, as a vet, this is your first time this season having power. What's going through your mind now that you have to pivot and you can't really go after Clay? Like, tell us a little bit about the behind the scenes of that unit.
Yeah, so I just remember it being really quick, like really fast. And that was, I'm already somebody who doesn't, in that type of pressure, like as a teacher, I can operate under pressure, but like in that kind of pressure where like you could go in, like I'm not somebody who typically like thrives well in that, because I remember behind the scenes what the viewers didn't see was like, you weren't screaming, but like you were young, you were like, decide now, you have 30 seconds to decide or you're all going in. And I was like, oh, hell no. Because I didn't want to have to go in after we had just worked so hard for that. And I was like, my heart had been pounding and my blood pressure was up. I didn't want to have to go in. What was irritating me in the moment was Jared I don't know if anybody else remembers, but Jared's like, we're like down to like 15 seconds before I put it up, maybe 20 seconds. And Jared's like, still like, I don't know if I want to do like still in that moment. And that was like making me like even more hasty to just put names up on the board. Like we didn't necessarily have enough time to be like, the only thing I really feel like I had adequate time to do was to flip over the person that I did not want to go in. And Ashley's right. Like Ashley was right on and spot on in saying that like she was the first person to speak. I was like, no, Clay can't go in. And I was like, okay, like I probably could have maybe with more time would have entertained that or maybe tried to push back on it. But I knew with his sister sitting at the table, she wasn't going to let that. And like, I tried to put myself in her shoes too, because I'm not going to let my sibling, like everything Ashley did in the game, I understood. As far as when it came to like Clay. But I just remember being like under a lot of time pressure in that moment and being somebody who was like not done well in eliminations, obviously, and could potentially go in and didn't really, at the time, I didn't feel like I had the support of the house to be voted in safe. Like I didn't I just threw names up there. So it was like a lot of pressure. I think that was probably the quickest deliberation there was.
Yeah. So we see the unit happen, and then we have for the guys Xavier, Big X, and Andre nominated. And for the girls, we have Brady, Rachel, and Jay nominated. What we saw an Oscar performance by Brady. X was livid. He was freaking out. Xavier, you weren't too happy with being nominated. Rachel, I don't even. Oh yeah, you weren't happy either, and you literally were like, "What's going on?" And they literally did not care that Rachel did it. Like,
They did.
what going?
So
through
that felt, I will say that felt horrible, because this is now like the second time that it's like I'm standing there and just going, okay, well, the first time it was, oh, it wasn't supposed to be Rachel. It wasn't supposed to be Ashley. It's supposed to be Rachel. And you're just like, all right. And then it was, hey, you're coming down, Brady. You're coming down. And so I was just like, oh, this is hard. Like, this sucks. And so that I definitely in that moment was just like, okay, like, this is like unintentional bullying.
That's what I'm saying. It hurt me on a personal level. Like, game-wise, I was trying to figure out how it would make sense, because I just lost a pole wrestle. Why would you want to run a final with someone who loses like that? So it just felt personal. It felt nobody wanted to get to know me. Nobody wanted to align with me, and people were just throwing me because I was an easy vote. Like,
well, and I've been racking my brain. Like, I have been racking my brain going, I as I'm watching it back, I'm like, oh shit, like I said her name first, like, damn, what prompted me to do that? And like, I remember it being weird, a little weird and a little quick, like after the, oh, y'all's names got mixed up, and like now looking back, I'm like, I don't remember you being angry with me, like it wasn't my fault.
No,
but at the same time, watching that back, I was like, oh, I do remember there being, and I cannot for the life of me even remember who or when or anything. And so I'm like, dang, like, what conversation did I have with someone that prompted me to go, well, Rachel did say my name? Because I don't feel like you would have said my name.
I don't think I did.
Hey, screw her. They like, no. So I don't know. I'm just
because I think
I don't know.
It was Rhea that I was mad at, because I mean, I was feeling for you, because I'm like, oh, if she's an ally with Ashley, I mean, poor Ashley, she doesn't even know her name. And second of all, poor me, because I was supposed to be thrown in. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So I was like,
but maybe I'm like, you know what? They're not mixing us up now.
Right. We'll both get our turn on the wall.
I'm just kidding.
So Brady and Xavier, you guys were not happy. I know you guys felt let down by people in the unit. So we'll go with Xavier first. I know you tried touching base earlier in the show. So what was going through your mind? Like, why were you so upset with being nominated?
So let's go back to like T. What? Who gave this girl so much power during that unit? Like, I'm just like, who is this? But first of all, she's like, oh, I don't want to put the rookies in. I want to save the rookies. And then 3 rookies end up on that wall. Girl, is this a sick joke? Like, I'm just like, no, that's weird. And then Amir, you didn't even try to fight for me when you was just sulking with me the day before or like the night before. I don't know what happened, but I know we had a conversation. You said you was gonna have my back if I had yours. You even said to me, like, honestly, I feel like you even a confessional gangster. I'm not gonna lie to you, because you literally said to me, "Oh, Xavier, I'm gonna have your back, this and that." I don't know if you remember, but you was like, "Don't trust Zay. They did this to me the last seasons. They did this to me on seasons 17, 18. He did it to Xavier. Don't trust him. He's going to do you dirty at the end. Whatever. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take that too hard. I'm going to fuck with you, this and that. Everything went well. Then after the whole thing happened, I asked you, Amir, do you at least fight for me? Like, you at least put up a fight? No, it was the girls' elimination. I asked Jerica's telling me, no, it was the guys. So I'm just like, bro, y'all got me like fucked up right now. Like, who's lying? And then looking back at it, it's like, damn, you could at least, like, said something,
So, and like what I'll say again, we didn't have much time to really deliberate there. So the thing is, I didn't say your name, right? But
Yeah.
again, I'm not going to like sacrifice myself for anyone. I don't think I'm being confessional gangster. I think that what happened in the moment, what happened in the moment.
No,
What
it was just
I-
like your confessional is like, oh no, I'm saving myself because I have to save myself. Fuck everybody else.
And that's
But
what I did.
you having a conversation telling me.
But that's what I did though. I just hurried up and put names on. I did what I said.
So you had that talk about Zay, like not trusting Zay for jealousy, or just you did it for like just to like
Just what?
jealousy.
Wait, hold up. That's absolutely not.
Yes,
Like
it is.
strap me to a lot of ticker tests now. I didn't feel no type of way about that. And
you literally came up to
not
me.
at that time of the game.
Clock it, Xavier. Clock that shit.
Not at that time. Not at that time of the game.
Victim complex.
And he was not the only
It's
one.
not victim complex.
It is a victim
The
complex.
thing is, you were not in the room. You were
So
not.
wait,
It was like it like
so-
literally was a very fast deliberation, and names went up. If we did not decide on the names, literally, actually, if you go back,
Yeah,
and look
but
at the episode,
there's other people.
If you
there
go
that-
back
Listen to
look,
30
Wait.
seconds.
Let Amir speak. Let Amir speak.
if you go back to look, I'm literally putting at Xavier's name. This is Xavier's name, literally there, like the last like few seconds of the thing. You can go back and replay the clip, right? Everybody's mad I'm not defending. Everybody's mad I'm not defending them, right?
No,
but
T
like,
said,
we weren't-
take
thing
his
is-
name down and take Andre's name down and
the
put
thing is,
Xavier
we
up
weren't
there.
okay. The thing is, we weren't like best friends. Like, I don't understand. Like the thing is, like we weren't like I didn't know you before that.
All right, so
Like,
why are you having a conversation
I actually
about
understand-
my thing that I'm
I
trying
don't
to
understand why
do?
anybody's mad, but I can understand a little bit more why Brady's mad than you are because I know Brady for what 2-3 years at that point. I don't understand why she's mad, but like more so than you.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay, so wait. So Xavier, do you have anything else to say about the?
Yeah, no. I feel like so if you had all that plan, whatever, last people more or whatever, why would you sit here and have a conversation about
Well,
someone
when
I'm
is
trying to
anyone
get to
ever
know? Wait, I'm trying to get to know Zay, and I'm trying to work, trying to win this stuff. Why would you sit here and mess with my game, telling me not to trust him when he's the only person that's actually
That happened the night.
that's haven't been there for
You
me?
guys know that happened the night before, and so many like playing caucus. It feels like days go by, even in a single day, right? Whatever conversation we had before was convenient for me to have had in the moment. I apologize if you feel hurt by what I did. It wasn't my point to hurt you.
This is part of the game, I guess.
Say it again.
I'm saying like that's part of the game, I guess.
No, like it wasn't my intention, and it's not victim complex. It wasn't my intention.
It is victim complex.
It's not. You're just mad. That you're not. I don't know where you're mad, but anyway, you're mad. Like whatever. Like you're mad. You didn't even go into the thing, right? Get over yourself. What I'm saying is, get over yourself.
We're all mad at this point.
Anyway,
Play with.
All
Do
right,
not.
I want to say.
Do not.
What I want to say is, whatever conversation that we had that was personal, it was genuine in that moment, and then things that happened in the game was out of self-preservation. It wasn't anything against you. I probably wasn't even thinking about
That's
it.
what, Amir, even after that, I really came up to you and I said, Amir, I really trust
Yeah, you were mad, yeah.
Like, I really took you serious. And then you could at least told me, like, what happened. Like, okay.
But I was never targeting you. I never targeted you.
I feel like you did, because even them balloon,
I was just trying to win. That was the thing. I even popped Zay's balloon.
Wait,
yeah, that's
That has
Okay,
not
my
happened.
turn. My turn.
So, Brady, you are fuming before your Oscar-worthy performance. You are clocking Jericho. You're going around asking, and you're pissed. So, watching it back, tell me a little bit about your reaction, your strategy at that point, and how you feel watching that unit, and why you're upset and mad that you were even nominated in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had multiple people in that unit that I feel like should have saved me. I feel like every single guy that was standing in there should have used their voice and been like, hey, like, I don't want this. And sure, it was a short deliberation. Yeah, I get that. But at the end of the day, saying I don't want this person in takes literally 2.5 seconds to say. So there's shut the fuck up, Amir. Do not even fucking start speaking. Thank you. Anyways, as I was saying, you were in your confessionals being like, I don't care. Like, I'm protecting myself as long as I don't go in. And then you get mad when you're not added to alliances. It's because you play that way. You play for yourself and not for other people. So why would other people want to play for you? Like, it makes no sense.
That's not where they were coming from fully with that, in my opinion. That's a whole nother thing that you, again, still should not be speaking on because, again, mind your business. Stay out of Black people's business.
I am minding my business. It's a part of the game.
Stay out of Black people's business.
What is my business?
I had nothing. Not your place. Several of your friends even said that. It's not your place.
I want to pipe in based on what Brady said about like saying I don't
what
want
I'm saying here is here's the thing.
No, my place.
I question real quick.
It's a game.
When has anyone ever listened to me when I've said anything? When is my opinion ever? When has that ever had any merit? Right? There's no point. I've learned 3 seasons there. There's no point in me saying anything because it's not going to change the public opinion. It's not going to change what people want to do. People are going to do whatever they wanted to do. You should be more mad at Jerica, who you've played this game with more times than
I
me.
screwed Jerica over multiple times. Why would I be mad at her? I understand.
Okay, Brady, we haven't played long enough to even have aligned loyalty.
I was the reason you literally didn't get in the season before. So yeah, I feel some
Brady, I didn't. Okay, maybe I didn't psychoanalyze that in that moment, but I also in the back of my head felt that you would probably be saved. Also, I never targeted you. Like you and I
never said you did, but I'm still saying.
Brady, Brady, you know what hurts me. You know what the thing is. Like, the thing is, like, I never targeted you. The thing is, like, we were never like close friends. But it's like, dang, for you to attack me, like get mad over something that was so little that didn't even matter in the end. You never even went into elimination.
It was so weird. So I was commenting.
But I don't understand. No, but then why did things get so personal quickly? Like you were trying to hurt me. Like,
no, I was not trying. You started throwing jobs at me first. I was keeping it.
I said something about critical thought. Like the viewers aren't going to know what we're talking about. I said something about critical. You're not using your critical thought in this moment, and then you started bringing up things that were personal, right? Maybe that hurt your feelings. Maybe that hurt your feelings, but I don't care what anyone says. It's not victim complex. The thing is, I was, again, under pressure. When you're under pressure like that, you have gaps in, I had a gap in judgment in that moment. I'm just thinking.
A lapse of judgment?
Lapse of judgment.
I
had a lapse of judgment, right? And again, I'm under pressure trying to defend myself now. I had a lapse of judgment in a moment, right? If it were solely up to me, those nominations would have looked completely different. But I'm at a table of 6 people in a speed round. I'm under pressure, and a lot of decisions are being made. Literally, if you were in that room, you would have done the same thing because there's just literally. Well, then we're not the same. But the clock is down. They literally they were like, Ashley can back me up on this. We have 30 seconds to make this decision. All of you guys are going up. My heart's pounding out of my chest. I had no.
Didn't Jared also say no to Brady?
Yes, but did that change anything?
If one other person would have said no, it probably
wouldn't have changed anything. That's the point. It did not change anything.
It doesn't matter that I went in. It's the principle of me having your back and then you going in and not commenting or saying anything and then blaming it on even if the result,
I do think at the very end that, and I do think it was not. I think it was edited out. I do think at the very end when he said no, we're not changing it at this point. I do think we were at risk for then going in. I do think we were, if I'm remembering correctly, and it is taking watching some of this to like bring stuff back to my memory. But I really do feel, I mean, when you had said Dre was yelling at us, like, I don't know if it was like a full yell, but it was definitely like this is it, guys. Like either you make the decision now or it's all of you.
And it wasn't even 30 seconds. Like I was getting mad at Jared because it was still like it was 10 seconds left. He's still like, I don't know. And we all would have gone in had the time ran out.
Yeah, I want to comment on this just so that we can keep it going. And I know Rachel, you wanted to add something in as well. But
I was just talking about the Jared thing.
Oh, okay. So my thing was as the editor and as being there right behind the camera. It was a speed round, but they did have time. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Brady, but I think that it's not Brady wasn't gonna go in. Like, let's be for real. She wasn't gonna go in, but I don't think she knows that now, and obviously she didn't go in, but it's the fact of like what she's saying is like she expected more people to fight for her. I don't think it was solely Amir. I will stand on that. But if you watch and you hear and you listen carefully, I'm pretty sure he says like, Jared, like we will back you. We will make sure we get the votes for Brady to stay. I think you two though are arguing about 2 different things. Amir, you're saying you were safe. You weren't gonna go in, so it doesn't matter. And Brady's saying, it's the things you're saying in your confessional. Like, you didn't even fight for me. You're saying that you don't care whether I stay or go. So why would I want to work with you moving forward? And I feel a type of way because I wouldn't have done it to you. I think that's where the disconnect is between you guys. As for everything else that went down, that's between you two.
Okay.
But from the game perspective, I think, again, Brady was just upset with everyone and saying, like, why did no one fight for me? Like, why was it that easy to throw me up? Even if there's 10 seconds on the clock, why me out of the 8 other girls that there are?
And I think that my last thing that I'm going to comment on it is, I just feel like if you had enough time to comment at the end and say, no, keep it the same, you had enough time to comment and be like, no, I don't want Brady out.
Wouldn't have changed anything. Or maybe it might have changed something.
But it didn't, though.
But I think what Amir's saying at that point is, had we changed it, I know you're saying he had enough time to comment. I think if we had changed it, and I don't know, Dre would have to go back and review stuff to clarify this. I think at that moment we couldn't change it, or we were going in. So he did have time. He said that, but the reason he said it was like,
no, I'm saying like earlier on. I'm saying like earlier on, like if he had enough time to say that at the very end, he could have very well said something at the very beginning of the deliberation.
Like there was a time pressure from the start. Like there was a time.
That's deliberation, though. You've been in a deliberation before. This is not your first deliberation. You're not a rookie.
No, I had not been in that many deliberations. I've been in one.
Been in one before.
I had been in one deliberation before that, and we had ample amount of time, and it still didn't go my way, right? So the thing is, like I didn't feel like, even though I'm a veteran, I'm not at a point, like I've said it in the show and I've said it now. I still don't have the social capital that other people do, right? That maybe Jerica has, that maybe even like let me see who's across from me, that even Ashley had, right? Like even in that moment, like I did not have the I did not have that social capital based on whatever connections, maybe based on whatever people didn't trust. Like me saying something like Brady might make you feel happy, but it doesn't change anything, right? And then it just makes it,
yes,
then
it does
a little bit more. Me saying anything, I think you just want to stand on this because you know that you're wrong. But
I'm not wrong. I'm not saying that it's going to change the results. No,
Brady,
you're not understanding what I'm saying. I know it's not going to change the results. Why I'm upset is, as my friend, I would have still appreciated. Like looking back, I'm like, I wish you would have just been like, hey, like I don't want this, even if it didn't change the results. That's all I'm saying.
I hear this, but also while I'm making that decision, and I actually I'm glad that Dre brought it up because I completely missed that part. I was like speaking because it's like the volume was low in the episode. I'm completely speaking, say I'm going to back you up on this, and we can probably get the votes for her to stay safe. In the back of my head, I'm like, okay, Brady's going to go up, just like when I put Ets in. I was like, Ets going to be safe, or like Ets, it's not just you. As if Ets has every right to be mad at me too, but he was going to. I knew that. I felt very strongly that he was going to be safe, and I felt very strongly that you were going to be safe in that moment, right? So that's why I did that. I was not ever trying to maybe. My defense, even though it has no substance, would have made you happy, but I don't know what else you wanted me to do, right?
It was it was weird for all of the men that were in that deliberation. It was weird that I ended up in. It was weird.
It was weird to me that I'm the one that it seems like I'm the one that got all the smoke though.
Jared got all of the smoke during the actual season.
By you?
Yes.
By you, but it didn't seem like that way. Okay, it didn't, not in the chat. It didn't seem that way yesterday. It seemed it was just me. All of the men that were there was me.
Because I already dealt with Jared, and I also had a conversation with Cope. I never had a conversation with you about it, and then instead.
Well, then why don't I have the liberty of a conversation? Why can
because you started coming out my critical thought instead of actually.
No, you called me out. You called me out before
I got blocked. I tried to tell you, and I got blocked.
Hold on, now people can defend me here because you called me out and started being aggressive as soon as we got into the chat. As soon as anything was even said, it did not start off as a friendly conversation. You weren't being nice and kind. You were trying to start
being nice and kind.
Wait, I want to say something.
You were trying. No, homies, I want to say this. You were trying to start something because you know that I'm easy to argue with, and you wanted a show.
Easy to argue with.
Unfortunately, I gave you a show, but you wanted a show. You wanted entertainment, and that's why.
Why would I want a show? I am the show.
Brady, we've known each other for years. You wanted a show. You wanted entertainment.
Are you trying to psychoanalyze me? I was bringing up something that happened in the episode.
Wait, hold on.
How come I didn't get the liberty of a conversation?
Give me 1 second.
Amir's going to blow up again.
You guys are going to have time to talk about it. I just want to make sure Ashley doesn't have to leave because I know she has something coming up. But before she goes,
I came back. I was going to say, get me with whatever my son's about to play a basketball game, so I'm about to hop off, but they're warming up, so I'm okay for a couple more minutes, I think.
Okay. So I just wanted to say, just so we're clear, if Amir would have even pulled Brady's tab down or any tab, if there was not 6 tabs on that wall, the roles would have been reversed. So Amir, Jared, and Cope would have been nominees. Ashley, Jerica, and T would have been nominees, and the house would have had to vote to save one of them, one guy, one girl, and that's what would have happened. I think you and Brady, I could be wrong. I'm just looking from the outside in. I think you both are just arguing about separate things. You're not even arguing about the same thing. The principle is you didn't defend her at all. She's not mad that she was. It's just you didn't defend her as a friend, as an ally. Amir, you're saying there was nothing I could have done. It didn't matter. Why does it matter what I said or did?
But I think I had been advocating for her in the house to be safe. Actually, her and Ets to be safe. Actually, now that my memory is coming back to me, I've been advocating for Brady to be safe and for Ets to be safe. Right? I've been advocating for both of those.
I think she's talking about before she ever even went up. Like, in other words, in there prior to, like, she just feels like maybe her name should have been one that you kind of fought a little harder to not even go up. I think that's what she's talking about before. Does that make sense?
Yes, I get it. So now, okay.
Which I don't know y'all's past. I don't know y'all's past, and I don't know y'all's gameplay together. But to me, it feels like she felt closer to you, that she felt safe. Like, she shouldn't have gone up based on what vets were in there. Is that is that kind of what you're feeling, Brady?
I fully understand that. And even though, you know what I think is the disconnect is, I feel a disconnect because I don't think that that's something that I would get angry about, like, because no one spoke like in that, like in this context. So I fully understand. I understand why you're angry. I hear you. I apologize if you think that we were closer and I did not defend you in the moment, but I want you to know that it was not my intention to target you, and I did not want you out of the game. And I think several people can back me on that. Now, I don't agree with the things that you said to me, and I think you were completely out of pocket. And I think that our friendship is ended for now based on the things that you said yesterday, because I just don't respect that from what happened afterwards. But any part that I felt like, I'm glad to have this conversation because I didn't know when the next time I would speak to you. I apologize if you feel like I did not defend you. You felt that I should have defended you in that moment. Now, I don't respect anything you did afterwards. But in that moment, I hear you. I understand this. Like,
I don't think I said anything wrong.
Can I say? Wait,
I think you did.
I don't think I did. I really don't.
Wait.
And that's why. And no, but that's why I think you're ignorant, right? That's why, like, if the world saw that, like, that's why.
Okay, so tell the world. Share.
Okay, hold on. We will get to that. We will get to that. Let some people talk. Xavier.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I feel like, I mean, okay, you're right. Like, arguing with Brady or whatever the case was, whatever that happened. I feel like you use the race car a lot. Like, I feel like that's something that, like, you know, like,
I'm not going to stay here. No, I'm not going to stay here. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to stay here and let people say that. No, I'm not going to sit here and let people say that to me. And I'm
no, because it's like every argument.
I don't use the race car. I don't use the race card a lot. And if I do use the race card, and if I do use the I'm not going to let you finish that, because if I do use the race card, then it's completely justified. And Brady has no as a white girl.
But she didn't say nothing about a race.
I think that she did. I think that she crossed the line.
About that line.
In my opinion,
why was nobody sticking up for me in the unit?
In my opinion, I think that she crossed the line that she shouldn't have. And just like I had several conversations, is like every time you bring up race, people say that. Oh, here he goes again.
Race, Amir.
Thank you. Like, I don't agree that he's
also acting like I'm not a minority too.
What happens all the time? This is what happens all the time.
Okay, guys.
You can't. The thing is, I'm not going to be silent. The thing is, no. The thing is, black people. This is black fatigue. The thing is, we're actually afraid of bringing up the race card because then people are going to be like, oh, here he goes again. Here Amir goes again. In my daily life, as the only black male educator in the whole American teaching force, is, oh, here goes the black guy again. Here goes the black. Of course, they're doing that again. I'm not bringing up the race card. I'm not doing that at all. I'm standing up for what I believe in 110%. I'm going to keep doing it 10 toes then, 10 toes now, 10 toes forever.
Okay. You are allowed to do that. You are allowed to have that opinion.
No.
I'm not telling you to quiet. I'm not telling you to be quiet. Wait, please. I'm just saying let each other speak because
I am.
Can't understand.
The thing is, season 18, you were not there on what happened or whatever. When Janice is like, "Oh, what we're not about to do is bring up race," when it felt that way, personal to me. I am a 110% fully black man, completely, and have faced racism day to day, and that's what I checked and that's what I clocked. And I'm going to clock it every single time that I feel that type of way. And I don't give a damn if people are like, "Oh, there goes Amir again. Here he goes again." Looks like you're saying you use the race card a lot. You feel empowered to do that because you're a person of color, and now Brady feels more validated and empowered to do that because oh, this person of color said that. No, wrong. 110% wrong. We're not going to stand here and say that. And that's what I don't respect about a lot.
No, it doesn't matter if
This is where we lack
it's
critical
Black
thought.
Alliance or
This is
not.
where we lack critical thought.
Like, it
So
doesn't
hello
matter.
world, hello to the entire world and the entire viewing audience of the Caucus Challenge. I'm gonna bring up race every single time that I feel like bringing up race. 10 toes, 110% race card. Here we go. Let's
You're
go. I'm gonna bring up the race
deluded,
card every
bro.
single time. I
So
feel like it.
So we are going to touch.
Because I live it every single day. I live it every single
And
day.
I live
Amir,
transphobia every day
I'm
too.
not
It's
even-
We're
like,
gonna-
You
we're
brought-
I'm not
Brady,
bringing
you
that
brought up that you brought that up in the past. You used to call me transphobic for no reason. I
Okay.
feel like
You were.
Guys, please,
You
let's,
were.
let's keep
oh my
it
God.
Blackboard
game.
Joy.
We can talk about this moving
Is
forward.
Black
but
Boy Joy bringing up race? Is that bringing up race? That's
I-
me being proud of my heritage. That's me being proud of my color.
It has nothing to
Okay.
do with
But that's what he just said. He didn't hear it.
I
your
didn't say
alliance. I don't
that.
even agree with you or not in your alliance. No one agrees with you, Amir. And that's why no one backed you up because you're wrong.
Okay,
It had
the
nothing
thing
to do
is-
with
You're
the thing
getting more
is-
Blackboard.
the thing is-
like,
The thing is, I don't care what people say to me. The thing is, I don't bring up the race card a lot. If I want to bring up and if I do bring it up, so what? I'm going to bring it up every single time. We can move on
You
to the
are-
next topic.
you
We
are
can
allowed to
bring it
do
up
Okay.
every single
Sorry
time.
to interrupt you guys. Game is starting, so I'm hopping off. Love you
I'm gonna bring it
all.
up every
See y'all
single
next
Bye,
time.
Ash. Thank you.
All the time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so and like I said, guys, I don't want you guys to feel rushed. We will talk about it. I just want to get through moving smoothly
Yeah.
so we can address everything. Let me just get Ashley off the stage. There we go. Okay, so Brady, back to you being nominated. You went from angry to tears. You said it was acting. Like, were you actually hurt? Was it all fake? Like, tell me a little bit about that and why you played that card.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely really upset and like really hurt. I think that I just always feel like I'm kind of collateral in people's games and that like I have shown that I'm a very loyal player my first 3 seasons. And I just feel like no one really respected me or like really valued my opinion. Like I low-key kind of felt like a rookie. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, I'm the most seasoned person here. I shouldn't be feeling like I'm just like disposable or like just like the easy person to throw up. Even if I'm not going in, pawns still get sent in. Like you never know with the challenge. You never know with any of these formats and types of shows. So for me, and then also like my number one, Jared, like not having my back, I was really upset at him. And that was like a really big thing that I don't think really got shown. But I mean, yeah, it was definitely really hurtful. Was it hurtful to the point where I was crying? No, but I just wanted to make sure that 100% I was safe because pawns do go home, like I said.
Yeah. So we continue to go through the politicking, and Rachel, they straight up told you like, you're not getting saved. You're going in. And you were saying like the vets are really pissing you off at this point. So tell me a little bit about that. What was that feeling like, and how does this motivate you to keep pushing in the game?
It's shitty. It literally feels like bullying. It feels like hazing. It feels like public humiliation. And I hated it. And especially with the whole thing of, oh, I was supposed to be Rachel last round. It's like you're picking me out to do this. And I did feel like I was on the bottom of the rookie girls during that time. And it did confirm it for me. And the thing that pissed me off is that people thought, they were like, no, you're not, I promise. Like, why are we lying? This is the challenge. Like, if I feel this way, and then apparently, like where it kind of came up to the vets is apparently I told Paddock that I felt that way, but it wasn't me seeking her out to be like, hey, can I join your side? Like, I'm at the bottom here. We were in the bathroom upstairs and she was like, oh, how are you doing? And I was like, I feel this way. I feel. This is how I'm perceiving things. So then I guess that's what made people understand where I was. But it was really pissing me off about how I just felt so disposable. Like, sure, I came in last minute, but I feel like I made the social connections during the day to have at least somebody advocate for me. And it sucks. And I get that's how Brady felt too, that people weren't advocating for her, that people weren't taking her as seriously as a seasoned vet. Like, I just felt like I wasn't being taken seriously and given a chance. Like, I just felt like I was just a punching bag thrown against the wall. Like, at that point, that's how it felt. And I didn't get a single vote to save. Miss Felon over there, I at least got 1 vote. I didn't get any. Like, that sucks. It's like, it feels really shitty, but that also takes the motivation to be like, I'm going to go in and I'm going to win. And I'm going to prove to these people that I want to be here and that I should be seen as with a little more of a positive light than I am, because I don't understand what I did wrong.
Yeah, so we get to the field and it's time to save. Brady, you end up getting saved, and you say, like, the gloves are off. I know where I stand. And before we move on from you, because we have the elimination to talk about and things like that, where do you move? Where do you go from this point in the game now that they put me up once? Are you done with the vets? Are you still with the vets? How are you going to move forward in this game, and who are you trusting at this point?
I feel like a lot of my past seasons I spent like prioritizing my allies more than myself, and that kind of always screwed me over. So I feel like this was like, and usually when what would end up happening is that I would get sent in and then get sent home. But now there was the opportunity where I was nominated, but I wasn't sent in. And to me, that was like my first real slap on the wrist and slap in the face, being like, Brady, you're still in the game, you're still here. But now you need to take a step back and reassess the people who were advocating for you and the people who weren't. And also just take a closer look at the social dynamics. And when I started doing that and kind of figuring out where the relationships really like lied and like who was actually close with who, it kind of made me recognize and reflect that a lot of the people that I thought that I considered like my number 1s, 2s, 3s, I was there 4, 5, 6, 7. But but honestly, like it was a wake-up call. And I think moving forward, I was definitely attacking the game more so as a free agent, I think was my mindset moving forward.
Okay. So we fast forward to Rachel, you're going to your second elimination of the season, and Xavier, you're going into your first elimination of the season. What it's an endurance elimination, it's the bean bags. What's going through your mind when the elimination starts, and were you guys ready to stay in this game? Was the fire lit under you? You both are being underestimated thus far this game, and clearly we saw last night that you guys have what it takes to stay. So Rachel, we'll start with you. What was the whole elimination process for you?
Knowing that it was endurance and knowing that, like I said, that's something that I prioritized training because I needed to get my endurance up because I knew that this game was going to be a lot of that. I knew that if I were to go into elimination with my back against a wall with not a single person behind me, that this was the one that I wanted. And yeah, I used that as fire under me. I felt confident going in, and I really got into this locked in mindset, like I can do this. And that's really hard for me to like have the confidence in myself because I'm just such a self-deprecating person in general. So I really was able to lock in and do it and just take it step by step, beanbag by beanbag. I kept throwing them and they all kept falling on the ground, and that was a lot. But I mean, I felt confident against the opponent. I never really had to sprint and gas myself out like crazy. And I kind of just kept doing my thing. Nobody really was cheering for me, but that was fine because I didn't really care. I tuned it all out and I really just had tunnel vision and was able to get it done. And I'm glad I did because now I feel like not only did I win an elimination, I went in and I proved to these people that I am a competitor. So
I wish I could have got to know I wish I could have got to know you like more. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like me and you would have got into like close. But it was like we didn't have time to actually even speak or anything, Rachel. Like I literally love the way you are.
Oh, that was so sweet.
I feel like she's crazy just like me. That's why
like, yeah, and it's so hard to, that's the other thing is too, and maybe that's why I didn't have as many allies and stuff, is it's hard for me to be this person that I am when I'm constantly being kicked down and constantly like being strapped to the bottom of the totem pole. Like I feel like it prevents me from getting out there and being myself that you all know and love. Like that's why I liked the downtime, is be able to be like, this is who I am. Like take that into account in the game because I'm not just like this thing you can just kick around. Like fuck off. Like, you know?
So Xavier, I want to ask you about your elimination win, your process. And something that I forgot to touch base on was Zay not even voting to save you. Where do you move forward with Zay? And tell me a little bit about the elimination, your thought process, not getting the vote from him, etc.
Okay, so first of all, you saw how on my Meet the Cast, I said I was just there for a getaway weekend party. I was working that whole month before I got the call. So I'm like, you know what? Even if I'm a rookie, I know I'm a get sent in first because that's the usual thing. So I'm like, okay, just have that mindset like you're gonna go into elimination somehow. So I was ready. I'm not gonna lie, I was ready. I had to prove myself, show everybody that, I could do stuff. Like only not behind Zay, whatever the case was. I could do shit my own. And yeah, like no, when that happened with like everybody's voting me, I'm not gonna lie to you, my heart, like even like so like do a burn vote, Zay. Like I feel like Zay could have at least, shown that Xavier's already getting half of the cast. Every cast, basically every person there voted for him to stay in. So do it use it as a burn bowl, or like I don't know, like do something that will actually make me feel like I'm not alone in this game. Because at the end of the day, that was my only alliance that I had at the time. And Parker, my boy Parker, I will never take that away from him. I love Parker so much, and y'all don't even know. But yeah, like that was just crazy, and that honestly made me more like aggravated, like to like fuck up this challenge and not give a fuck.
Well, Xavier and Rachel, rookies, showing out and showing up. You guys, congratulations on your first elimination wins.
Big
And
rookies.
I'm so happy to see you guys still in the game, killing the game. But in that, he's not here to speak for himself, but underdog king, elimination king right now, Andre ends up getting out. You finally got him, guys. And he ends up losing, and we that's it. Like his story's done. He was finally taken out. He was the house target. So I think a lot of the dynamic in the house is going to change now. The fact that May and Andre are no longer there. So are Xavier and Rachel going to be the next duo to be targeted? What's to come? Brady feels expendable. Amir got some heat from it. There's a lot going on in the house and in the game that is still yet to come for rounds to come. So I'm excited to see how that unfolds. But before we finish talking about what was seen on the episode, we let you guys know there's a call time at 6 a.m. It's been a long day. Day one is still not over technically because the sun's down, but we are going to continue bright and early in the morning. With that being said, I do want to, talk a little bit about, I think this is a great group to talk about it with because as much as you guys have disagreements and different backgrounds and all that, the four of you, from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, feel like you each were, kicked when you're down, or you don't have the social capital, or, no one wants you guys and you're expendable to all these people, right? So, regardless of race, gender, identity, any of that, I think the four of you are underdogs. And I think knowing you guys on a personal level, I've seen a lot of growth with, Rachel, I met you in Outlast, and I've told you so many times, like so much love for you. I did not know that you were the Rachel that I met on Caucus. And Xavier, we've known each other for years. Like I just knew you as baby Xavier partying and being crazy, and you came and you showed up and you showed out. Brady, I've known you for so long. Like you're like the little sister to me, and you're growing and you're playing this game, and I've seen you grow, and I've seen you at your lowest and your highest. And Amir, same thing. I've seen you came in, you had a rough first season. 18 wasn't the best for you, and you came back. And I think this season, people, at least from my point of view, and I think the viewers are going to see that this is Amir's best performance, and he really did put in the work to get where he was at. But I do want to touch base on, all of you guys feeling that way and feeling like you're not good enough or people don't have your back. What in doing that, right? And I'm just playing devil's advocate. If you all four feel that way, why is there no conversation about the four of you guys working together and trying to, ban this group of misfits or the expendables to, take out the hierarchy and take out these big bets and these big numbers or the rookies that are being protected? Why are we not? Is that not a thought in your guys' head? Is there just no communication? Is there trust? What is going on that we keep seeing these people that are at the bottom not unite and eat each other up?
It's because
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's because first of all, everybody here is working on a different alliance. Like everybody was in different groups. Everybody was doing it. The last, I only got to meet, talk to Brady a little bit more, on the challenges when we had that challenge together, and it was I think of the marshmallows. Yeah, is that yeah?
Xavier,
You can't.
Okay.
You can't give spoilers.
No, but that's on the preview.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh my god, I'm sorry. But yeah, no. I still got like it was weird. Like I never got to talk to none of these people except for Amir, and then Amir did me dirty, and then not even. You know what's crazy, Amir? I didn't even know you did. Like I was still trusting you because
But I don't see it as like I did you dirty though. I
because
see it
you
as
came up
like,
to me afterwards and you was like, "Oh no, you're fine with me. You know we good." You could have at least fought, like at least said something like, "Nah, Xavier is actually someone that I."
okay. So that's okay. This is where if I ever come back, I will fix my game in that way because I think people see allyship differently than the way that I do. Like the way that I see it is like I'm not targeting you and like I'm gonna like if I have the power to stop you from going in, but I didn't have the power there, and I could sense that, and I had that perception, but I had no power to change anything. And actually, I don't remember what you were talking about at the beginning, but I think maybe that conversation had nothing to do. Maybe I was like still swirling with emotions about whatever happened before, but that had nothing to do. However, I perceived you in a game was only positive. I didn't have like any sort of negative or any ill will towards you. Like I never said anything negative about you in a confession or anything. So I don't understand where a lot of the like the stuff is coming up like that. To me, that doesn't make sense, and I don't feel like I did you dirty, but. I mean, but now I guess it's just something to think about.
I feel like you did just because you gave me your word. You gave me your word, and you know, like you was worrying about me, and then the whole time you was worrying about worrying about Zay to me, like So me as a person with fucking feelings, I was actually here sitting because I'm not trying to stay here deal with Zay the whole time and then he does me dirty at the end. Or like, dude, all of that. So you putting all this in my head is messing with my games, Amir. Like, you gotta understand that too.
I don't 100% remember that conversation, but I don't doubt that. I don't doubt. No, but saying I don't doubt that it happened. Like, which is why I'm not like speaking on it too much. Cause I don't doubt that happened, and that 100% could have very well happened. But you have to remember, like that happened. I think whatever conversation, for what I do remember, that happened before the game even started. Like I think that was before.
Yeah, but if you keep
like your word, the game continued. But if you can ask anyone, I never came for you. I only spoke very highly of you. I never say anything negative about you, right?
But
so
honestly, if it was me in your place, I would at least not even fall. Like at least say, "Oh no, Xavier is someone that he did a lot of running on the first challenge. He was doing his thing, even though he kind of messed up.
I remember to do that next time. Like
you could at least give me some props so they can all in the table be like, oh yeah, no, Xavier is someone that you should keep instead of letting T use the whole table for herself.
Well, that's the part. That's the part that I meant to mention. Me and T had like. I also like sitting next to her. Didn't want to like sort of didn't want to mess with her because her and I were
pussy to a rookie.
Her and I had a relationship before that. Her and I had a friendship before that. I wasn't doing the pussy to a rookie. I didn't want to go. Her and I had a relationship. We played Collision together before that, and her and I had a conversation in understanding because we've actually had substance in the game together where like something was done and I'm like we understand this. I played with her in 2 games before that. It wasn't me being a pussy to a rookie or whatever you're saying. That wasn't it at all. I had played with before. It wasn't.
Y'all let T run the whole table.
No shade.
Yes. And all the fans.
If
y'all think that Amir let T let everybody let T run the table, say something on the comments because y'all gonna see.
Exactly, Lachey, clock it, girl, clock it. Also, I want to say
it wasn't clock it earlier when she said that I don't bring up the race car, which is completely inappropriate. Like,
but you stay bringing the race car. That's like
I don't care what anyone says. It's not like that's not true. I want to stay here because I'm going to like face the heat of whatever it is, but it doesn't mean it's like legitimate validity. Like it's ridiculous.
Validity is not a word. Validity.
So what? She had more social. She had more social capital. She had more social capital, which is probably why she got her way. But it wasn't me being a pussy, right? I had nothing. What could I have done in that moment?
Said something.
Like, and then what would they have done? We just keep talking about the same thing.
You still should have said something.
You had the
Amir.
power.
You
You
know,
had
like,
the power.
The thing is,
You said
me saying
it.
something that doesn't provide substance to the situation doesn't
All the
change
other
it.
people got who
And
they
even
wanted
you
to
talking
date,
about even you talking about Jer on the confessional is giving a whole different energy that you gave him in person.
Because
Like
we
you could have
almost
said,
went in.
Jer, you acting like
Why,
a dumb
what part
bitch
is
right
this
in front of my
confusing?
face. That's why
Because
you
we
didn't say right
almost
there.
went into elimination. Ashley even said it just now in the last few seconds. We almost went in, and he was frustrating me because he didn't just make a decision. Right? We almost went in. Right? You just have to make decisions sometimes. Now, it's a decision that I probably regret. I wouldn't have if I had this. If it was solely up to me. Neither of you would have. I didn't know Rachel, so maybe she would have won up. But neither of you would have gone up there.
Probably would have.
It's solely up to me, right? But it's a table of 6 people. It's not like I could understand your anger a little bit more if it was just one person sitting across from me. But it were 6 of us at that table, and there are so many, and there are endless connections there. So I think it's unfair to be getting angry at me about these things. But like,
No, I'm not angry at you. I'm angry at T too. Like T is weird for that. So
I would have wanted T to stick up for me, I would say.
yeah,
and
no,
Hope
for the
as well,
rookies, like she was saying,
to be
the
honest.
rookies. I
No,
don't
let's
want
let
to
it
go
die.
in, this, that, and then she's putting.
And especially with the fact that I kept saying I feel like I'm on the bottom of the rookie girls, and she was one of the people who was telling me that I wasn't. And then this happened, and I was like,
I'm gonna join on my phone.
question mark, hello? Like,
yeah, but like,
I would think that she would want to keep me.
Three
And
rookies
same with
up?
Culp. So I'm gonna go text Culp and rip into him like this now.
Wolf is shady as fuck too,
Mhm.
honestly. But also, I think like when you see all these people mad at you, Amir, I think you need to take a step back and realize.
Give me 1 sec. I'm not cutting you off. Like legit, I'm just trying
You
to join.
always cut people off when
I'm
they
trying to join you. I'm trying to join
That
the device.
part.
really rude.
Fuck her.
I don't want to. I just want to hear everything you have to say.
Someone needs to clock T, and I'm not doing that. You could do that. You could do my dirty work. No, I'm joking.
He is a little tyrant. The reason that I'm not really that mad at T is because I feel like I had no allegiance to her. She had no allegiance to me. Like we didn't know each other. So like when she was like, oh, like Brady goes in, like I feel like I was like, okay, like that makes sense. Like I understand like rookies like wanting to like push in vets, but like other people not so much. But I feel like the reason, I think the reason that I think a lot of people don't trust you or want to work with you, Amir, is because you're a bad ally. And when you're a bad ally and you don't recognize things that are happening that affect other people and you're only prioritizing yourself, people aren't going to want to include you in alliances. And that's
Everybody's prioritizing themselves. The only thing is, maybe I'm the one that's verbalizing and vocalizing it, but everybody feels that way. Who doesn't just care if they're just like the thing is, no one's. I'm not like it's not. It's if you want to sacrifice yourself for somebody in a game that you paid money for and traveled and took time off of work for, then that's your prerogative. But
I never said completely
Wait,
sacrifice.
I want to say something. I want to say something in defense to both parties because I can't say this till I'm blue enough in the face. Amir was not the sole voter. Like that,
Yeah.
I will give Amir that. And like,
Yeah, but he was so
but the
quick to
anger,
put his
the
name
anger
on the
that is
board.
being directed
Let
towards me
please let me
feels
speak.
like it is. And so it's not.
But I will say, I think I'm just trying to, because I could be wrong, but I'm just trying to get you guys to see each other's POV. I think, Amir, the same thing that you did for Steven, which was Steven is not going in. I want to save him. That same energy you had for him is what they wanted for them. I know, obviously, your relationship with Steven is deeper, but they wanted even just a confessional saying, I don't want them in, but they didn't get any of that energy from you, and that's why they're having this energy.
I understood.
That's
Yes,
what
but
that is.
the thing is, like the way that I'm being, like the things, like it's as if I'm the only conversation that they like. Of those 6 people at that table, I'm not the only person you had a conversation with. Of those 6 people at that table, I'm the one that's getting the most intensity of it. As if I had like the as if I had like the sole power there. I would understand if I put all you guys up. I didn't have the sole power there.
For me, I feel like you was the only person that I have talked to during that whole from the beginning. So it was like that's
you
why
just said T was weird too.
But T's weird because T's talking about putting up no rookies and then end up putting up 3 rookies. That's what I think she's weird. I'm not talking about
although that. I will say kind of in T's defense, which I'm mad at her right now, so I'm not fully defending her, but I do understand because as the one who was the only rookie, I obviously didn't want to put rookies in either, but I didn't really have a choice because I had 3 other people. whose voices were louder and had more social capital. So I'm like, but also counter to that, if T did have all this social capital, why were we all thrown in? So it's like,
and everybody was listening to her. Like, I know if T would have been like, no, take this name now. Amir was so quick to put it up, and why not take my name down real quick and put this Parker, that's other people named, all of them. Not saying that, not be ashamed.
And I think
there was other people there.
Oh. Now that I think about it, I think we had also just spoken about we're only flipping over one name. I think that's what we started off with, and then it changed. It wasn't like we're going to flip over multiple names, otherwise people would have done that. But actually, now that I think about it, our conversation was we're just going to start with one name and then see what happens. Yeah, that's how it started.
He made it very clear that she would. Lachey says T made it very clear that she was off herself. She said it a number of times. Was Emily? Everything she did was to get herself there.
But I also want to go to the point of playing for yourself and playing for your allies. Playing for yourself only works up to a point. Like, this is a game you have to be insulated and you have to surround yourself with people. So you have to be willing to work with people, type of thing.
And have to look out for people. And Amir, you don't do that. But wants you to work with you.
Yeah, but if everybody's listening to you on the table, then I feel like you already have that power to.
I just wish you were in that room. If you were in the room, you'd understand. Like,
the room where it happens. The room where it happens. Big X, sing it.
Big X, not the little one. What's up, y'all?
So, is there is there anything else we want to chat about before moving on from this? Like, I feel like you guys are all saying the same thing in different ways. You're all saying you're vulnerable, you're expendable, and you want allies, and you want people to fight for you, but none of you are fighting for each other or even working with each other. So how do you expect to change the dynamic? And something I do want to talk about is I do feel like Culp, T, Jerica, no one's looking at them, and they all played a part as well in there. So, and again, I'm not saying attack them. I'm just saying, like, there's 6 people in there. So why are we
in the room?
But Dre, that's the thing. I didn't have no conversation with nobody else except for Amir. Amir, just Amir. I didn't have no conversation.
So then would it be better? So it would have. So it seems like you're saying it would have almost been better for me to not have tried to build a relationship with you. Me not knowing what's going to happen in the game. So would it have been better for me?
I would have your back. I would have your back, Amir. The whole time that you was telling me, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work with you, this and that. I would have been like, nah, Amir's off the table because I'm working with, like, I fuck with Amir, this and that. I'll put your name down, or at least try to fight to put my name down. You didn't even do that, which is fine.
Would it have been better to just not have had a conversation with you in the first place? Hell yeah,
I swear.
So then that's my fault for building a relationship. So then that's my fault for building a relationship.
Because it was like, I'm over here
giving you my trust. That's my fault.
I'm giving you my trust, and you're supposed to give me your trust, right? I'm over here, so I'm having an alliance with Amir, but guess what? I guess that shit went out the window right when you went back to the unit.
Maybe that's a good strategy then in the future, because that's what Clay did in 17.
I guess that's how the caucus strategy is. Like, yeah,
but that's just not. But the thing is, this is where I think I'm out of body, because that's not who I am. Because I was trying to get, like, I try to get to know everybody, or like as much as I can within the game, or talk to everybody, or friendly with everybody. Obviously, you were easier to have a conversation with because we were in that room together. Your bed was right across from mine. Like, I'm not gonna just not talk to you. Then
but you could have talked about anything else. You could have talked about, oh my god,
but that's what came. Like, obviously, that's what's
going to have an AC. Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna do all this challenge.
We did talk about that.
Not talk about somebody that I'm trying to have something after the show and make it feel bad.
That wasn't really as strong of a narrative at the beginning, but yeah,
it was. I mean, you were telling him not to not to rock with me or whatever.
We had a whole conversation about
that
because
you didn't want him to be. I think you.
I was not. What are you talking about? I did not. I didn't say any of that.
Fucking T is crazy.
I didn't say any of that. I don't remember that conversation. I was telling him
it was 3 people that came up to me. You was one, and I'm not gonna say the other people because I'm not trying to be messing with.
Why is this? So then no, say every what? Why am I not?
Because you was the first one that came up to me telling me shit about Zay that I didn't know
that
about.
Must have been before conversation.
Before I didn't know that.
Then if I said that, okay, I don't understand. Like, I never came. I still don't understand. I never came after you. I never did. I had no social capital to even be comfortable enough to say, like,
why do you not have social capital?
I do not.
Didn't
I
you
don't know.
didn't you
I've never had
nominate
social
didn't you
capital.
nominate
somebody
Sage?
I'm gonna work.
I've never had
Telling
social
right,
capital.
telling me, oh, I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna have your back, have my back.
I've
It's
never-
making me feel like I could work with you. But right there is giving like no, you giving a whole different different Amir, a whole different speech.
I've never had the social capital. You're acting like I put you into that elimination. Like
You
I don't understand.
did. You could have taken my name down real quick, and you'd be like, yeah.
But we already addressed
Yeah,
this several times.
I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Amir, let's not bullshit. If you didn't want to put his name up and you really didn't want him to be nominated, you would have done something
You probably
about it.
missed it.
Thank you, Xavier. Oh my
Did
god,
you
thank
know-
you.
Big X, clock it.
If you
Oh,
watch the
shit.
entire thing, Ashley even just said that if I had taken down a name, that we probably would have gone into that elimination.
You could
She
have just
just said
put.
that.
There was 3 other people that was like my size.
If
that
I had
could have
taken
been
down a
up
name,
here.
that's
If
it.
you was
That's what
someone that
happened.
cared for like the
But can I ask a question? Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Amir, you've been talking nothing but shit in the confessional, saying how you're the best runner here, how you work out. So why are you scared to go against Copa or Jared in an endurance and elimination if you're the best one here?
Have I ever like? The thing is,
Yup.
I wasn't scared to go against anyone. Like I would compete. Like I was very confident going against Nate inside the elimination. I don't understand why. Like again, why it's like all I mirror. Like I'm doing. So what? Everybody, you're allowed to speak highly. Of
Oh,
yourself.
it's not just all you. When I have the time to speak, I'm gonna call out a few names, but
You're
the
allowed to
spotlight's
speak.
just on you right now.
You're allowed to speak highly of yourself if you want to speak highly of yourself. I don't understand what's wrong with doing that.
Well, at least
Well,
that
you
makes
can. Yeah.
Should I don't want to put myself in elimination.
Okay, wait. This is gonna
But
be.
Ed,
Hold on. I just want to say
Are
something.
you not confident in
Please,
your
this
abilities?
is the
Ed?
last. This is the last warning about spoilers because spoilers keep getting out, and if we continue to spoil, I'm going to end the live. So
Okay,
please
are you
just-
not confident in your abilities, Ed? Are you confident in your abilities?
I'm confident in my abilities.
So then why were you so upset and scared to go into elimination? You were the one that was crying.
I was
Because
crying
you got
because I'm that
something
bitch,
like-
and I got
That doesn't
saved.
make any sense. You know that doesn't make any sense, Ed. Come on now.
What?
Why were you crying?
I can't have a crying moment.
You were crying because you didn't want to go into elimination, and you were scared that you could have potentially would have gone home.
No, I was crying because my allies, who I thought I was close with, nominated me. That's why I was.
But then
crying.
why'd you use your power? Because you thought you were going to go into elimination.
What are we?
Ooh.
I thought
So
we
then
were
why'd
talking
you
about
Then why did you use your power? Because you were afraid if you're
because
that
I was
confident-
aligned with Koa.
Because you thought you were going to go into elimination, and nobody wants to go into elimination. What are
No,
you talking about?
if I wanted to go around that house and stomp around that conversion camp and say save me, I bet you I would have been saved. Come
Okay,
on.
and then
Come on.
the next. So then why? Then if you feel that way, why did you use your power? That doesn't make any sense. Obviously, no one's going to be in my side right here. But if you would have been saved,
Well,
why did you use your power?
Well, Amir, I know you wouldn't know because you've never had a power in the 3 seasons you've played. But we were on round three. We were on round three, and it had to be used before the end of day 1.
But didn't you say that you spent like $500 on it or something like that of your own money? I'm not willing to do that.
I didn't spend $500, baby.
You said you spent a lot of your
my
own money.
bitches spent $500. Thank you. Clock it.
Okay, but I don't have people to raise money for me for that. I didn't even ask for that kind of thing. I didn't do that.
Well, I didn't ask nobody. I didn't go out with a fucking cup and change and be like, please donate to my DNP fund. They did that because they love
Neither
me.
did I.
Maybe you should find better supporters. I don't know.
Well,
So-
I'm not comfortable asking people for money for something like that. That's ridiculous.
Well, I am.
And you used it. Like I don't understand. Like this is
Well, I am like what?
like you know
Okay.
you're wrong.
So
Like you know
okay.
you're wrong right now. You know what I'm saying is right. Like you were scared to go into elimination too. That's why our whole conversation. Our whole conversation was, remember, like it was like the scene on the steps. Our whole conversation was like me reassuring you that you're not going to go into elimination because you were scared you were going to go in.
Well, yes.
So
I
what
was.
are you talking about?
I was scared of going.
Hypocrisy here. I know
No.
this is hypocrisy.
Okay,
This is about power
let's.
and mirror.
Okay. I can get loud too. I'm in the middle of Harlem, baby.
people
I'm
just
in the
want
middle of
power
Harlem,
on mirror.
baby. I can get loud.
He's
I'll
like,
have
you
the whole
got-
block
I
hear
hear-
you.
I hear
I'll have
him.
the whole block hear you.
But
I
people
promise.
just want to
Don't get
pile
loud
on
with
my
me because I
mirror.
promise I will get loud with you
Well,
back.
know
Thank
you're
you. Shut the fuck
hypocritical.
up.
You can
Like I
get
was
loud all you
saying.
want to. It's not like we're on a phone screen. Like you can get.
Wait,
I
so-
don't have a problem with you. Like what? I don't understand why you're.
Okay,
getting,
hold
like,
on. Can we pause for a second? Xavier, well, Big X, you weren't here for a minute for a lot of the recap.
Not the little one.
Did we
So
not
I
change
want to
it?
know your perspective on the episode in the fastest way you can, like what you have to call out, because we already went through the whole recap and we're not
Oh
gonna finish.
yes. Oh yes. Yes.
So
I just think it's very funny that some of the rookies were like, oh, especially the ones that won, they were like, oh, we're not going to do a rookie. We refuse to do a rookie. And 3 out of 4 of the rookies were the ones in elimination. Me and Brady are those bitches. We love a social game. Uh, and I think that's it.
okay.
Oh,
Cool.
Emily Paddock, if you're watching this, you embarrassed yourself, friend. I know you thought you was like the king cobra there, and you was gonna orchestrate something, but that was kind of embarrassing, a little. That's all.
Okay.
Wait,
So
Xavier. Wait, why you said I flopped the challenge when Jordan was doing the same thing as me?
Well, you both flopped the challenge. Let's be
So
real.
why you could have said it in the confessional? Because now I'll look like a weak player.
The reason I think my confessional was trimmed a bit. The reason why I said your name specifically was because Jordan and Rhea was coming up to me saying how they made a deal with you that they'd save you, and so I told them, I said, why are you saving Xavier over me when he's the one who messed up the challenge and I wasn't able to compete?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
yeah. So okay. So moral of this, I mean, Xavier.
No one else sees the hypocrisy that just happened just now. Like, did no one
Why
else
don't
see
you
that?
close your mouth? No one's
That was
speaking.
nonsense. Like, no, I don't care what anyone says. The thing is, like, you guys just don't like. You just don't like me, so that's why you're not
Because you're
agreeing with me.
Wait, Almir, I
Like,
love
Brady
you.
just doesn't.
Wait,
No,
I
like
love
Brady.
you outside the game,
The thing is,
but in
it
the
is like
game, I fucking hate you,
the
bitch.
group
Like,
think. No, the group think is crazy because Xavier. I don't know. Big X just wants like a
This
moment
is
right
not
now,
George Orwell.
but like
Stop with that.
obviously you
Wait,
are
are you talking
crying.
about me, Xavier, or the other
Yes,
Xavier?
I'm saying
Let-
you
let-
obviously
Okay.
want a moment right now because
Hello,
I don't
let
understand.
Amir-
Obviously, no one wants to go into elimination, and you were crying because you didn't want to go into elimination, but you're judging me for not wanting to go into elimination and me just speaking highly of myself. Those two things don't matter. The whole point of the challenge, like Drea said and many people have said, is to stay out of elimination. I don't want to go into elimination because obviously I don't have a good elimination record. Right? I'm very confident in my physical abilities, but again, like I said, under pressure in an elimination, it obviously has shown to not be that good. Right? From what I've
we
shown
know
and
that.
talked to so far. So I don't understand. You
In general,
are
you're
like
just
the thing
okay.
is, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all are just coming at me just to come at me. Because the
Okay.
thing is, you were crying because you cannot go because you did not want to go elimination. You know damn well you used your power because you did not want to go elimination. That's why. And then
I
now
mean,
you're
it was
saying, oh, now you're judging me because I didn't want to.
It was
Now
a
you're
double
judging me because I didn't
elimination.
want to go against Cope
It
and
was a
Jared.
double
You damn right.
elimination.
I don't remember
Okay.
saying that like I'm the
Okay.
best. But
Okay.
you
Amir,
damn right. I
I
don't want
get
to
your
go
point.
against Jared.
But
And you
one
damn right I don't
thing.
want to against Cope.
Okay, one thing, friend. One thing.
The thing is,
This
and
is
then
the
like the thing
second
is, I'm
time.
gonna let you talk. But let me say,
Okay. Thank you.
you don't speak to me like this when we ever have personal conversation. It's just right on these platforms and these
Because
things
it's
right here.
personal. This is the
Why?
game.
this is the recap.
So then why like you don't? So
Game.
then you don't. You've
This is the
never screamed at me in
game.
person.
This
You've
is
never
the
screamed at me in
recap.
person.
This is the
game.
recap.
Okay.
You don't have to
hold
speak.
on.
Then
This
scream
is
at me like
this
then
is the
why are we having
recap. Amir, like I was saying, you said you would let me talk. Let me say one thing. This is the third time you have addressed me and said that you're not gonna give me a moment or whatever. I want to let you know, in my last season that I did, my rookie season, I had more fucking episode appearances and more drama and more moves than you did in both your first 2 seasons.
I
So I
said that
want to
in my
let you know,
confessional.
I will never,
I said that in my confessional.
I will
I agree
never
with you.
need a storyline from you. I will never need a storyline from you, and I will never need a moment from you. Let's
I
get that clear.
agree. I agree with
Ever.
you. I agree with you on that
You
part. I'm
don't
not
agree
saying
because you
I'm
just
saying
said
you're
it.
looking for a moment of drama now. But I even said in my confessional,
I'm not looking
I
for a
even
moment. It's a
said,
recap.
I
It's a
said in the
recap. It's a
episode,
recap. It's a
X.
recap. It's a
I
recap.
I genuinely want to ask this question just because, again, I understand it's a
I said
recap
in the
and all
episode.
that, but you all seem to have a problem with Amir. So, and not all at once. I genuinely, Amir, I want you to speak your piece and what you think the problem is, and then we can start with Rachel and go one by one. And like, I want to know like why is Amir the target of this round?
Of everything, of it's not other people that get it. How come like if Cope and Jared could have gotten that right? Like invite them onto the recap and then have them
That's
have
who
the
I have a problem
too.
with.
Right. So then yell at them, but it's easy to just yell at Amir. That's what it seems like to me. I'm not trying to be a
I think
victim, but
the difference is you're
come out of
here.
that.
You're here talking to us. You're here talking to us. That's
Okay,
insane.
but the thing is,
I
this did not happen in the group chat, but it happened in the group chat yesterday where it was brought up about something that had nothing to do with her and should not have
It
anything
did
to do
have
with
to do
her.
with me because it was an alliance.
It didn't. It
It was an
didn't. It
alliance in
didn't.
the
We can
game.
argue about that
Yes, it
all
was.
day.
We can, and
We can argue about it all
keep doing
day.
this.
It didn't.
I'm
Moving
here. We
on.
can keep doing this. I do not care.
It didn't. Like
Do
it had
not
nothing
corner
to do
here
with
because it did have to do with me because it was an alliance in a
it.
game that I
Didn't.
was part
It
of.
didn't.
And I will keep speaking on it, and I will keep making you mad, and I
It
will
doesn't.
I'm gonna
It
love
doesn't.
every
It
single
doesn't.
second of it.
It
But you
doesn't.
talked to me, so
It
clearly
doesn't.
you're
I'm not
mad.
angry anymore. I was angry in the moment. It doesn't.
Okay, so
Yeah, you're
we
mad.
have a comment saying Imir's a target because people like Cope are on hiding behind louder voices. Cope should have had backlash, but because of how vocal Jarek and Imir are, bro got to sit pretty.
Oh, I'm not gonna let him sit pretty. Don't worry.
No,
Okay,
I
so
think I'm
Rachel,
gonna lie.
yeah,
we're gonna
no, they're not. They're not sitting pretty, babe. I don't.
Okay,
They're just
so
not here to hear my mouth.
rapid fire because we're already at an hour and 30 minutes. Rachel, go. What do you have to say about Cope or just the unit in general?
Yeah, I mean, going in, I had never met Culp in person, but we had talked for a while, and he talked to me preseason about how he wants to work with me and align with me. And then we were in the unit together. I felt we bonded, and of all the people at that table, I felt that him and T were the two people who have vocally came to me saying they want to keep me in this game. Happy I wasn't eliminated. Like even T was like happy that I stayed in that pole wrestle, and me and Culp got to bond doing that. And I was never against him, and I was going to protect them. But like everyone's been saying, nobody was vocal about it. And I just keep getting kicked, and it's annoying. Jerica, I didn't really have a personal relationship with. I didn't have a personal relationship with. Ashley, we already kind of discussed that. And Jared, I had a feeling he was going to put me in anyway. And it is what it is with him. He's already on that list. He doesn't need to go up any higher.
Okay. Brady,
What was the question?
the unit, like everyone, I just want for the viewers to know, like you said you addressed Cope, you addressed Jared. Tell us a little bit about that. Your reasoning for Jerica, Ashley, T, and then Imir. And
Well,
Sarah.
none of the rookies really had a reason to save me. I didn't have a connection with any of them. And then Jared, I was mad at the entire day one. So I mean, at the end of the day, and Cole and I had numerous conversations about it. I never had any conversations with Imir about it. And then seeing him be a confessional gangster, and then my bigger issue is with him trying to paint a narrative about the wholesome LGBT pro-choice liberal mother Brady Jade. And like for me personally, when that happens, that's when I have an issue, because you can talk about me in the game, but when you cross that line and talk about my character and my values when you know nothing about me, Imir, shut the fuck up. Thank you.
I said what I said.
Okay, and you're a fucking dumbass cuck. Don't speak to me. Thank you.
Okay. Much
Thank
love.
All right, chill. Brady,
Get over yourself. You're mad.
Get over yourself.
relax.
yourself.
You're an English teacher and you don't
Again,
know proper grammar.
Stay out of black people's business.
Okay.
I'll speak on the challenge.
Stay out of black people's business.
Okay. Xavier, you're next.
So like, I just want to make it clear. I have black friends, Amir. I'm black myself. My grandpa is Haitian. I don't have the race thing is out of pocket. I feel like you bring that up a lot. That's one thing I want to say.
No, I don't.
You bring that up every argument.
I don't. And if I do, it's valid. If I do, it's valid.
I feel like
If I do, it's completely valid. If I do, it's completely valid. And great things can happen inside of the game. You weren't on 18. You don't know what happened, right? No,
all right, bro. I'm talking about this season.
No, we're not talking about something else. I'm not going to let you say that I bring up the race card.
I'm talking about the season.
Talk about something else.
I'm
not going to let you say that I bring up the race card. Because I don't bring up the race card. I do bring up the race card because it's valid. Right? Because the thing is, you just said that, like, okay,
and it's okay.
The thing is, it's whatever, right? So if I use it a lot, then it's valid.
I'm gonna talk about the next topic. Okay,
great.
So
Fantastic.
I feel like I loved Amir outside the game, and during the game I don't, because I can trust you. You was jealous that me and Stay were together. You came up to me telling me, "Oh, don't trust Stay.
I was very
He's
jealous.
Gonna do you dirty like he did me and Xavier. Don't do this. Don't do that."
I wasn't the only one that was jealous, but I was very jealous.
All right, but yeah, like you should have, instead of being like that, you should.
No, but the thing is, that had nothing to do.
I came to you as a friend. not some random ass dude, bro.
Okay,
Like, no.
look,
So
I'm
okay, I
gonna keep
understand.
this
The
short
thing
and
is, that
sweet.
had nothing to do
I'm
with
gonna
my
keep this
game.
short and
That had
sweet.
nothing to do with the game. Like I don't understand like what that had to do with the game. I
It has
understand
to
why
do
that.
with the game because you
I
messed me up
understand
when my
why.
game was Zay. If I didn't have
I
if
get,
I would have trusted you, I would have never fucked with Zay, and I would have never went to at least
but y'all
halfway.
still work together though. Y'all worked very well together. What are you
Okay,
talking
we're
about? That
we're
didn't
gonna
change.
wrap this up.
That don't act
I'm
like
gonna
that changed
wrap
your opinion
this
of him.
up.
That did not change your opinion of him.
I'm gonna wrap this up because obviously we're getting nowhere. I
Don't
thought
act
maybe
like
we
that
could
changed
talk
your
this
opinion. It
out.
did not change your opinion of
Xavier,
anything.
Big X,
Can
is
I
there
change the
anything?
subject real quick?
Big X, is there anything you would like to
Yes.
say before we move on and wrap this up?
Like anybody would feel jealous about like that's
Yes.
what I'm saying. Duh.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
moving
Okay.
but
on.
Well,
fucking
first of all, I want to say, Amir, I love you. Just a game for me. We can talk after this. I apologize if you feel like I made any personal attacks towards you. As I wanted to speak on the like Coper thing. Since this is the recap, what we didn't see during the elimination is that I felt very close with Coper and Sadek. And I got told about this Survivor Angelica alliance during, I think, when Andre and Clay were going against each other. And so I think that's why Cope was very willing to say my name. I think that once he knew I knew about the Survivor Angelica alliance and then I confronted Paddock, I just, once I get information, like it's hard for me not to hold a grudge. Like I'm definitely going to look at you sideways and be like, oh, that's funny. I thought I was your close ally, but now you have these group of people. So I think that's the reason I was nominated. I mean, smart on his part, but let's see if it works out in the long run. And yeah, always DMP back on top. Thank you, Dre, CEO. He doesn't complain. He just pays the tab. Love all of you. And yeah, big X.
So,
That
okay,
was funny.
so before we wrap up the game, I mean the recap, I want to ask what the viewers should expect from the remainder of the season, and per usual, the little game we play. As a viewer watching from the outside in, who's your favorite character so far? Who's your least favorite? And you don't have to give a reason, but you can't say yourself. So, Rachel, we'll start with you. What should they expect, and who so far is your favorite and least favorite, whether it's the season in general or this episode?
What they should expect is me standing on business. I feel like this is the start of me being like, oh, they are going to throw me in and they're not going to save me. So expect me to kind of try and get back on my feet. My favorite character right now, I got to say Brady. I feel the underdog story. I feel the theatrics trying to like use it. Like that's smart. Like duh. Definitely great character storyline up and coming here. Least favorite? I don't know. I don't have a least favorite right now. I mean, maybe Colt because I feel like he's just letting other people do his dirty work and I want to see more of what that is. And I feel like he's kind of just sitting there and that's not the Colt that I really know. So I hope that up and coming we kind of see more from him.
Xavier, rookie Xavier.
okay. What was the thing?
What should we expect? No spoilers from the upcoming season, and who's your favorite so far and your least favorite?
I feel like you're gonna be in for a ride. Like we are about to turn this shit upside down. Just know that this shit's about to change. That's all I gotta say. But my favorite is Zay, of course, and then I must say Parker. And from the girls, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like right now, I don't I know people's not gonna agree with me, but I love Patty. Patty, like I love how sneaky she is. I know I can work with with that girl, but I love how sneaky she is, especially after she was like, "I'm a Xavier, I'm a Xavier," and then I put him in. Like I'm like, wait, what happened? Like I love that. I love that. I'm not gonna like I love the sneakiness, but yeah, like and my least favorite, right now, um, in the game, Amir is just because you could at least fought for me because I don't have nobody else to like call for. Like at least I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Amir, what should we expect, and who's your favorite and least favorite?
Yeah, so you should expect again, a really strong season. A lot of passionate people. I think everyone there really wanted to win, and it's not like anyone there was like, as much as Xavier is saying that like he was just looking for a party week, and I think that we really saw a competitor come out of him, and he really wanted to cared a lot about winning. From a completely unbiased perspective, I think that as far as favorite guys go, I would say that I would say as far like Xavier, I think is really fun to watch. Rookie Xavier is really fun to watch, and his accent makes me laugh all the time with things that he's saying, like just in like a lighthearted way. Like the way he talks is funny, and it's just like his one-liners. Guys, like least favorite, I guess from my perspective would be Clay, just because I didn't understand. Me and Clay just always had a disconnect. Favorite girls, I really like watching T. And I don't think I have a least favorite girl. I think all the girls were, I didn't like, even as much as Brady and I are disagreeing right now, I think she's great TV as well. So I didn't have like a least favorite girl from a viewer's perspective.
So, okay.
Wait. Can I change my my least favorite?
Quick, you got 10 seconds.
T. No, T gotta go. Like, no, T gotta go. She didn't have to do that. She didn't have to be like, take Andre's name and put Xavier up there. Like, I could have been cute on that little table, nice and calm. But no, T had to flop it. But yeah.
Okay. Brady, what should we expect, and favorite and least favorite character so far?
Wait.
Go ahead. Sorry, you were muted.
Oh, why was I muted? Looks around. Just kidding. I think this season is definitely an underdog story for a lot of people. I think a lot of people are underdogs, and I think that this is English. This is the season of the underdogs for sure. My favorite, I would definitely say for girls, is Rachel, because I feel like this is really like her coming, like her underdog story is really starting right now. This is like her rise, and I can't wait to see her journey moving forward. And guys, Xavier was really, really funny this episode. Big X always cracks me up. I think my least favorite, okay, let me be a little bit messy. I'm going to pull out a name that I don't think people are going to expect me to say. Jordan. I think she's really boring, and I don't really think she contributes much. And I think that so far this season, her spot has kind of been irrelevant. And I think I'm waiting for her to contribute a little bit more and do a little bit more.
And Big X?
What you can expect from the rest of the season is just pure, like, I don't want to say chaos, but it's so like, just everything is just so unexpected, and it's like genuinely like real TV. Like, you're at every point you're watching, you're hooked, you're shocked. Like, it gives all of what you would want to watch on like MTV. It gives all of that and more. For the guys, my favorite would be Xavier, definitely rookie Xavier. Yes, so funny. I love it. My least favorite would have, from a viewer standpoint, would have to be Parker. I just feel like he isn't really like currently having like any like arc or whatever. But love him, love Parker. For girls, my favorite has to be Big Rachel, Big Rookie. I love you in this episode so much. I like, as a viewer, I'm rooting for you. And my least favorite girl at the moment would have to be I'm trying not to do it from like a player perspective. From a viewer, I would say I don't know. I don't think I have one for girls.
Nope, you have to say one. You have to say one.
I was trying to save the time. I think for me it's in between. No, I think I'm gonna say Jordan too. Just because I don't think she's boring or not contributing anything, but I definitely think she doesn't have the most like screen time.
Wait, Jordan or Jordan?
Jordan.
Jordan. Sorry, they confused me.
Okay, but yeah.
All right. Well, that's all for tonight, guys. Unless anyone has any last thing they want to say, not arguing. If there's any last statements you guys would like to say, you can. But before we end this was the recap of episode 4. As you could tell, things are getting really heated, really spicy, lots of drama, chaos, unexpected twists and turns, ups and downs. This is just the beginning. We literally have 3 people out officially. And it's been 4 episodes. I appreciate you all for taking the time today to open up about how you feel and tell us a little bit of insight in your game. I hope you all know that your stories and your gameplay are valid. You just have to stand on it, and it is what it is. You're not gonna all get along, but we do have to remember this is a game.
It's just a game. I love y'all.
Yeah,
It's a game, and at the end of it, only one guy and one girl are gonna win. So I think we always have to remember that. I think we're a dysfunctional family, and I know things can get heated, but hopefully, I don't think we got anywhere tonight. Hopefully, in the future, you guys can, mend whatever we have going on. But that's all from me. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Thank you for the live chat, for asking questions and popping in. And I will see you guys again next week, Sunday for the new episode, and Monday for a recap.
But wait, before we leave, wait, Amir, everything is a game. Like, do not take everything too hard. You know that, right? All of this is a game. It's called the caucus challenge. Like, do not take it too hard.
Let's end the live. Let's end the live first.
No, like I'm saying, like
we can stay on and we could chat and we can hash things out. But
let's do
good
that.
night to the viewers.
Night, fans.
Bye, viewers.
Okay, guys.